Hi, everyone. I'm Zach. I'm a student in sports marketing and management at Champlain College. I'm an avid Habs fan, huge Habs fan, big hockey follower, and I'm here with.
Tristan, I go to Bishops. I'm in film studies, and I am a huge hockey fan in general. I just don't follow one team. I try to follow as many teams as one person can humanly.
Which,
So,
yeah, that's gonna level the bias here a lot.
yes, I mean, yeah, will
Yeah,
not be biased whatsoever.
no bias at
Especially
all.
you. You're not going to be biased whatsoever.
Well, I will, but you'll level it. We're gonna balance it out a bit. I'm gonna
I
try.
will, I will try best to level head, but
The most objective I could be is like Habs fan, and then okay, I like all the other 30 teams except for the team that just beat me. Or like if we lost horribly, we being the Habs, and then we lose again, those two teams they could be moved, don't care. But then
yeah,
eventually that goes away,
yeah,
easier. Yeah.
like most sports fans,
Like if we lose to the Vegas Golden Knights, I'm not gonna have anything against the Anaheim Ducks. But
most of the time.
although Toronto, all the time, no.
Yeah. For me, the one franchise that I think a bias against is Boston. That's
Yeah.
like the one that I'm like, yeah, you could just like stop existing now.
And they're 3-0.
I don't make think
No
about
sense.
that.
It makes no sense. But
Yeah,
it's the beginning of the season, so everything's kind of out of whack. And then after a few
yeah,
weeks, it regulates, calms down, things get
yeah,
back to normal mostly.
yeah. Pasternak, as like he's on one of my two fantasy teams. So like for now, keep on going at a 20 point per pace, like points per game pace. Like
Yeah, it's
yay
ridiculous.
me, but
I didn't draft him. You drafted after me in our league, and I drafted somebody else. I think Marner. I didn't take Pasternak because I'm like, okay, he's the only guy on his team, and as good as you can be, if you're the only guy on your team, you cannot fully thrive. But alas,
but
he's fully
at the same
thriving.
time, like last year got 100 points, and then there's like
Yeah,
one other player that got 50.
but he had Marchand. That's the thing. That's like there was at least a duo. Like you kind of need a duo,
True.
and it's hard to like carry a team as a winger too, I'd say. Like just if you're alone, if you're a
Right.
center and alone, sure. But if you're a winger and you're alone, it's gonna be tough. My mindset was like, okay, he cannot score every goal or have like a point in every goal for the Bruins, and then the first two
Right.
nights he literally has a point in every goal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if Swayman can come back to where he was a couple years ago, and then Pasternak plays like Wade did last year,
Yeah,
and granted they're not making the playoffs one way or another, but
yeah, we'll get to that.
yeah, we'll get to that. But
Yeah,
no,
and
I'd be surprised if they make the playoffs, even if everything goes their way.
I
So
know. With that in mind, let's do our season previews. We get that out of the way now since the season started,
a few
what,
days
4 days
ago,
ago?
yeah,
Listen,
well,
I have a work fantasy league now. We did that uh during the second period of the Blackhawks versus Panthers season opener, so it's never too late, okay?
yeah, it's never too late.
So we'll just go in alphabetical order. We'll start with the Ducks. I'll let you
Yeah,
start with the Ducks because they're the Ducks. I don't really care.
yeah. I mean, I'll probably be starting on most of those, on most of the teams, anyways. So like Anaheim, like in a couple of years are going to be objectively really good. Like I really like the fourth group. Now they have Carlson. On the second line is Goaty, McTavish, Seneca. So
Yeah,
that's fun young line. But unless like a couple of players really have a breakout year, I don't see this team making the playoffs. Like Dostal had a great season last year, and even then they finished with 80 some odd points.
exactly. Wait, I think they finished with 82, which is a step from last year. But the thing with, I feel like every team needs the like clear. starting goalie, if not elite
Yeah,
goalie, clear number one defenseman, and then a good forward core.
yeah,
And like you said, they have
yeah,
honestly a crazy deep forward group. The
yeah,
third line is Vetrano, Granlund, Killorn.
yeah,
Nasty stuff, you know?
yeah.
Seneki, McTavish, Gauthier is the second line. McTavish is gonna have that breakout season, I think.
Yeah.
And then the first line, Kreider, Carlson, Berry.
I mean, I'm not a fan of Crider on the first line, but well,
He had 50 goals a few years ago.
he's also like 95 years old in hockey terms.
No, I
So
know. But if he could give you veteran leadership in 25 goals,
yeah,
you
and
know?
like on their defense, their left side is young but good. You have Lacombe, Zellweger, and Minchkov.
Yeah.
Then on the right side, it's Gudas, which okay, Truba, okay, and then with all due respect with to Hassan, he's a guy. It's like
Yeah,
I'm
who's
like
Drew Helleson?
a guy.
No, I'm glad you brought it up though, because their left side honestly is stacked in 2 years when these
Yeah,
guys all develop. Lacombe broke out last year.
yeah.
Zellweger,
Yeah, just under what, 7 times 9 mil, I
yeah, that was
think.
Lacombe.
Yeah,
And then Mitnikov, like I think he's underrated. He's going to be really good as well.
yeah. He's going to be really good. That
Yeah.
I'm not doubting that whatsoever.
But the right side is rough. Like Gudis, first pair, Truba, second pair, Drew Helleson.
Like I don't mind Truba on the second pair. It's just that you have Gudus and Hassan surrounding that on the right side or something.
Yeah,
That's not great.
no, I agree. And so we were trying to keep these short. It's hard, but
Yeah,
like we mentioned the goalies, Dostal Mrazek. Dostal's really
yeah.
good. Mrazek is Mrazek.
Mrazek has one good game out of like 10 or
Yeah.
5.
And so I kind of see, I know they're in a weaker division, but I kind of see the Ducks as a team like the Canadians last year who like just make it.
Right.
They're in a weaker division, but their overall conference, they're not going like they're not going to break into the top three in their division. And I
No.
think like you have the Avalanche, the Stars, the Wild, the Jets, the Blues, and even the Mammoth, depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
Five teams out of the Central, in my opinion, are going to make the playoffs. So there just doesn't leave room for the Ducks. But I can
Yeah.
still see them having like a 90-point season. So that being said, improvement, yes.
Yeah,
Playoffs,
improvement,
no.
yes, but playoffs, I think we're both in agreement.
Exactly.
No.
Next is the Bruins. If you want to start with them.
Oh God. Okay, so I kind of already talked about Bruins, but like they're not making the playoffs. Like their first sign is Geeky Lindholm Pasternak. With the exception of Pasternak, neither one of like nobody on that first line should be on that first line with the exception of Pasternak. You have Zaka, Nostad, Arvidsson. I'm not impressed by that second line whatsoever.
No.
Same thing for the rest of the forward group.
Yeah.
Oh, you have Jano, and Asimov on your third line. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. No, whatever the opposite of a deep four group is, that's the Bruins.
Yeah,
Somehow they started 3-0, but like it's just the start.
yeah.
So in
I
me,
mean,
there's no way they make the playoffs.
yeah. I mean,
Uh,
once fully healthy, their defense is all right. You have Lindholm, who's if he plays 40 games for you, good for you, but he's always injured.
he's injured right now.
Yeah. You have
Hmm.
McAvoy.
Good,
You have Zadorov, overpaid but not bad.
right?
You have Yokiharu, you have Peak, and that's not bad. Like, granted, it could be a lot better, but like
He could be a lot
a,
better.
a decor with a healthy Lindholm and a healthy McAvoy, not bad, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's mid in the best division in the league,
Yeah,
arguably, or second best. And right now they're running a Jordan Harris, Andrew Peak second pair. So
yeah.
there's yeah, I don't know.
Like, there's no way that I could spin this into them making the playoffs.
Exactly.
Again, I know I have a bias against Boston, but I
There's no
mean,
chance. There's no chance.
yeah.
Do we skip Buffalo or do we talk about them?
Uh, I think we can both agree that Buffalo's not making the playoffs.
I think everyone agreed Buffalo not in the
Yeah.
playoffs.
There's a couple of pieces where I'm like, okay, you have good pieces, but no, they're not making the playoffs.
Dude, honestly, they got worse. They
Yeah,
got worse from last year. Last year, you look at their forward group and you're like, Jesus Christ, that's a playoff team.
yeah.
The center depth now. First line center, Yuri Kulich. Second line center, Ryan McLeod.
Granted, I believe, yeah, so granted, if you look at their injuries, they have Norris who's out, but even then, Norris as their first line center, like,
Yeah, but he's always hurt. Like
yeah,
always
again,
hurt. I feel bad for him, but he's not playing.
same thing with Lindholm with Boston, like, Hampus and Nomic.
Yeah.
You'll be lucky if you get 40 games out of him.
They're Michael Kesselring.
Yeah,
He
Kessler.
was like supposed to be their big, good defenseman had on right D. He's injured.
Yeah,
Jordan Greenway was a horrible trade. Who did they trade him for?
I believe it was just a pick, maybe.
Us, who they said like a second
Uh, the,
and
the,
maybe a
the,
fourth, and then signed him to 2 months
I
ago.
believe the pick that they traded away for Greenway was one of the picks they got in the Eichel Alex Tuck trade. So,
Oh, okay. So, and like
no.
the biggest guy, like the most impactful dude on IR is Zach Benson right now. But if you're banking on like a Yuri Kulich, what, rookie season? Or did he already play?
He played like a few games. I forget how many games he played last year, but I know he played last year.
So I don't know if he's a rookie or not, but that's my point. Like he's probably played 50 games at a max. He's your first line center.
Yeah.
You're banking on him to be a first line
So,
center, and then a Zach breakout year for the second
yeah.
line.
So in 23-24, he played one game, 0 points -1. Last year, 62 games played, 15 goals, not bad, 24 points. So he got only
Okay.
9 assists.
So
Then
you're
he's
really
pointless
banking on that big guy
in the first 2 games this season. So
Sibley.
yeah,
And
he's
just to top it off, because like that's still a good prospect. Benson's still a fantastic prospect.
Thompson's
Ukko
gonna score 40 goals again.
Thompson, he might not, maybe, depends. But either ways, did you see him in my fantasy on my fantasy team last night?
I know he got a bunch of points, but I'm like,
I did. He didn't score a goal or an assist, but he had 8 shots on goal and 6 hits.
oh, far
So
out.
still put up 10 points. Crazy. He's the
Okay, yeah.
only dude, unfortunately, poor guy. And then their goalies are Alex Lyon and Colton Ellis.
Well, I mean, right now Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen's injured.
Yeah,
I mean, when healthy, they're even when fully healthy, Luukkonen and Line is a not the best tandem.
no, like I do believe in Luukkonen, but
Yeah, I believe in Luukkonen and Levi in like 2 or 3 years from now.
he's not even there. He's hurt.
Yeah,
So. But either way, even if he was there, there's no playoffs in Buffalo's future. Shocker.
yeah.
Shall we
I
move
mean,
on to a more
yeah,
relevant team?
yes, the Calgary Flames.
Take it away.
They, yeah, I mean, they almost made the playoffs last year. Dustin Wolf carried them on his back and shoulders, and nobody else wanted to play. Well, with the exception of Kadri, but
Right.
if Kadri's your best offensive performer, you're kind of screwed, and
Yeah.
that's me putting it lightly.
Yeah. They
I
have
mean,
a good rookie in Matvey Grindon,
yeah, I think that's how you pronounce
and
him.
then Matt Coronado looks like he's breaking out.
Yeah, you have a couple of good young forwards like Gridden, Coronado,
Hanzik.
Sharon.
Oh,
Yeah, you have Sharon Govich.
yeah. Morgan Frost, second line center instead of Connor Zary. I don't quite understand, but
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. Connors. Why do they have him on the fourth line? Okay.
Can I
Um,
read you a really bad defensive core?
go for it.
So a left side of John Hanley,
A god.
Kevin Ball, and Braden Pashal.
Hey, that's $5.3 million defenseman Kevin Ball for you.
For real?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. He signed over the summer as an RFA.
What
Signed
is
it
the
for,
term?
I don't know exactly, but I know it goes on forever and ever.
That is
Oh,
horrible.
I mean, I'll pull up Puckpedia for Calgary. Just give me a quick second.
Yeah. Well, I
So
do want to say like, yeah, go ahead.
it's $5.35 million until 2031. So
That's a
that's
lot. It's a lot of
yeah,
years.
a lot of money.
The cap going up is really going to bail out a lot of GMs like for
Yeah.
bad contracts, but that's a bad contract.
And then in 2 years from now, in 18, eight team no trade list kicks in as well.
Get involved, bro. Okay. Okay, listen. Mackenzie Weegar is good though. That's the right side top pair. Rasmus Anderson is going to be traded.
Yeah,
And I mean, Zane Parekh is really good. However, the only
he,
way I saw them making the playoffs this year was like if Zane Parekh is put in a position like Hudson was last year, and
yeah,
that's what Hudson did last year. All the while, Wolf is killing it in net.
yeah. Like
But
I would argue if Calgary made the playoffs last year, Wolf probably wins the color over Hudson
yeah,
because nobody else was paying on Calgary.
no, exactly. And the thing with Hudson is I think he won it over Celebrini and others because
Yeah,
the
because
Habs made the playoffs.
yeah,
Yeah. That's all that to say is Calgary's probably not, definitely not making the playoffs.
yeah. I'd be surprised if they made the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening. It's another Pacific Division team that we like. The Pacific Division has sucked since I could remember, man. Like since
Yeah,
the Canucks made the playoffs, that one time, the Pacific has been something else in a
yeah.
bad way.
It's not been great.
Next on the list is Carolina.
Carolina's the first team that we're talking about where I'm like, yeah, they're making the playoffs.
Yeah,
Um, I mean, right now they have like just this fourth line Tezal, Taylor Hall, Habs Zezin, Jesperi Kotkaniemi, and Eric Robinson is on your fourth line. Like
that's
that's like their four group. You have Jarvis, Ahal, Eaters, Svetch, Stankoven, Blake. That's a really good top six.
oh yeah,
Yeah, then their D, they have Saven, who's arguably the best defensive defenseman in the league. I'm not going to say the best, but arguably. Then they acquired Keandre Miller, Nikishin, Ghost, Chatfield, Walker. Yeah, that's a good team.
it's a really good team. Kotkaniemi on the fourth line, as you mentioned, is hilarious because they thought they were all funny and smart offer sheeting him, and
I
now he's
mean,
most
to be
expensive fourth
fair,
line center.
it's revenge for um
Aho.
Montreal. Yeah, of
Yeah.
Chinoha.
Well, they still haven't made it out of the third round, so I
Yeah.
don't care.
I mean,
Uh,
the one thing where I do have some question marks on is their goaltending
why is that?
because Freddie Anderson, like I believe, played 20 games last year,
Mm-hmm.
and then you still have Kochetkov, which I mean he's good, but I don't know. There's like they haven't made out of the third round, but like I don't know. There's something about Kochetkov from like how do you spell his name?
Yeah.
Koch, like I'm trying to search him up on like as I'm talking, but like, okay,
Kocht.
I finally got it. Um,
Okay.
like last year he went 27, 16, and 3. Not bad. Sub 900 save percentage.
That's the thing. Like the way they thrive is by being extremely sheltered, but like Freddie used to be really good. I think he is really good when he isn't hurt. And then Kochetkov just needs to develop. He needs to take that next step. As
Yeah,
long as they're able to do that, they should be perfectly poised to go deep again.
yeah,
They just have that mental hump of the third round.
Yeah,
that might like the coach is really good. He's got a really good team in front of him too, but it might take a coaching change just through a
yeah.
mindset.
I really like Brendan Moore, but one point you kind of have to question. Okay, is it their coach the one holding them back?
Exactly. Which I don't think realistically it's gonna happen, but that
Yeah,
might be something talked about later on in the season. All that being
yeah,
said, they're like one of the favorites for the President's Trophy. They're making the playoffs, in my opinion.
yeah. Like even if their goaltending falls off the face of the cliff, I think they're still good enough to make the playoffs.
There you go. And that leads us to Chicago. I want to hear what you have to say about Chicago.
So this is a lineup for sure. Um, their defense, that defense is the core of all time with Vlasic and Renzel as your first pairing.
Vlasic too, like if we have to talk about
Vlasic's good,
bad,
but
he's good until Kirby Doc comes down the right wing and he gets walked. Like honestly, I haven't. It's hard to describe, but Vlasic, Kirby Doc crosses the offensive blue line. They're both skating forwards towards the hash marks. Vlasic is going forwards with his stick in front of him. It was the easiest toe drag of Kirby Doc's career. I like, and this guy made the. I know I'm salty because Hudson didn't make it, but he made the freaking U.S. Olympic
well,
camp.
he's yeah in the cup. Not to say that he's going to make it, but you know. By the way, speaking of Doc, the better Doc, Colton Doc, is on
Yeah.
Chicago's
Whoa,
first
whoa,
line.
whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't see Colton Jock toe drag anybody last night. I go on.
Nope, the better Doc is on Chicago's first line. Last I checked, Kirby Doc is on Montreal's first line. That's all the evidence I need.
Yeah, last I checked, Montreal was good. So yeah. So all that being said, the forward core is okay. Like they're kind of surrounding Bedard with more
Guys,
competent forwards,
yeah. Like you
but
have Burakovsky, you have Teravainen, Bertuzzi.
Nazar breakout, Bedard next step. Ryan Green is a guy, but he's good. Just didn't know he was
Yeah.
coming up in the ranks. It's a good forward group. The
But
defense is
so again, you
terrible.
have Vlasic and with all due respect to Renzel, guy, White Kaiser, kind of a guy, Louis Crevier, guy, Grizik, good offensively, arguably shit defensively. Connor
Yeah.
Murphy. Then do they have any injuries? Not that I'm
Uh,
seeing. I'm pretty sure Levshimov is made the team potentially as well.
check. I didn't see him last night. He was good in the preseason, but he also had some like very immature mistakes, if that makes sense. So I think they're gonna let
Right.
him cook a little bit in the AHL and then they're gonna ship out a Matt Grzelcyk or a Connor Murphy or whatever.
Yeah.
But then that becomes an even younger decor.
Yeah.
And I like the Spencer Knight pickup.
Yeah. I really
Yeah,
like
like
him.
he's going to be really good. He already is good. He's going to be really good.
Yeah.
He's
Like
26.
admittedly, I didn't see much of the game last night. But, like I
Yeah,
watched like big parts of the Florida Chicago game, and like he was the only reason why they lost by only one goal.
exactly. And that's the thing. He's when that team becomes good, he'll be more recognized as yeah, okay, this guy's a good goalie. He's
Yeah.
and they signed him to a good deal too. It's not going to help them make the playoffs though. I have them out.
Yeah, me too. I have them out.
Okay. That brings us to Colorado. I'll start with this one. Pretty simple. Colorado's making the playoffs.
Yep.
When you have McKinnon driving that whole offense with Lehkonen Nietzsche's, like
Yep.
McKinnon is I he visually he looks more unstoppable than McDavid, just in the sense that like McDavid will walk around you, he'll outspeed you, but McKinnon can do that as well. But there are occasions where he just outmuscles slash drops a guy on the way to scoring, and it's even more
Yep.
scarier in my opinion. But it's the depth. They got Landeskog back. Nelson is a good second line center. Nichushkin, love that. Victor Olofsson had a 30 goal season on like Buffalo's fourth line. Drury's
Yeah,
good. Colton's good. Fourth line's good. They got a rookie Gavin Brindley in there. We all know their defense. They have Brett Burns as like a Bork kind of moment. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. Just passed 1,500 games last night.
Yeah. Very good
Nice.
decor as well.
Yeah,
Makar, like
Makar, best
Makar.
defenseman in the league, hands
And
down.
he's day to day right now, but Mackenzie Blackwood, I I think very highly of him. I think
Yeah,
he's top 16 goalie in the league. He is backed up by Scott Wedgwood, so that's
yeah,
like that's I it's almost like a younger version of a Markstrom Allen tandem, in my
yeah,
opinion.
yeah,
Blackwood might be not be as good as Markstrom right now, but when you're on the Avalanche, you just need to be an
yeah.
average, and I think the Wedgwood's an average goalie, and
Like, they made Philip Grubauer and Georgiev look like Vezina contenders at one point.
exactly. So these are two competent goalies that are going to help them get far. I
Like,
we
the
should do a
the
cup take at one point.
don't worry, we haven't gotten to my cup take, so
No, I know, but I honestly like there's a few teams that I really like, but
yeah,
Colorado was very much contending for that cup pick for me.
yeah, yeah. Me too, but not this year for them.
No. Well, well, I'll decide by the end of all this.
Yeah, I have a cup pick in mind, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it
I'll tell.
Columbus?
No, it's not Columbus.
Why is it not Columbus?
Um, despite surprising everyone, like last year, they're they didn't make the playoffs last year, and when your goaltending tandem has Elvis Merzlikins in it, that should tell you all you need to know about it.
Yeah. Jet Greaves is good though.
Yeah, Jack Greaves, but if your other option is Elvis Merzlikins,
Yeah.
or who's guy got just got traded to Columbus by Philadelphia? Fedotov or was it Erison?
It's Fedotov, but he
When those are your second and third options,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, they have good young pieces. Sean Monahan I like a lot, but
yeah,
Marchenko too, dude. This guy
yeah.
came out of nowhere and he's insane. But
Fanti is going to be really good. He's already really good, but he's going to be even better this year.
do you think they make the playoffs?
I it's I don't think so, but for me, it's like they're going to be like one of the top teams to not make it, or like one of the bottom teams to make it if they do, if that makes sense.
No, I'm inclined to agree.
It's like
The yeah,
Werenski would have won the North if they would have made the playoffs over Makara, I'd argue.
he would have been very close for sure, and he already was very close. He's such a good
Yeah,
defenseman. I think the
yeah,
Jackets, honestly, as good as they are, looking at the conference, unless they have a ridiculous season, which that's bordering more on like fantasy than reality,
yeah. Like
I would say
every
that
young player takes a step forward. Werenski stays as good as he was last year. Jack Greaves does that over 50 games.
yeah.
That's what he did. That's borderline
So I'm saying they're going to be probably no, I'm going to say definitely they're the highest points team that misses the play.
in the East at least. So
I'm saying in the whole league.
okay,
Mm,
I'm not going to go that far yet, but
yeah,
yeah,
that's where I'll go.
yeah.
This takes us to Dallas. If you want to go with them.
I mean, we're about to get kicked off this Zoom meeting, so we'll do that.
So picking up where we left off, we're at Dallas. For me,
Yeah,
not a lot to say because they're like a lock and a Stanley Cup favorite. Mikko Rantanen, full season of him. That's gonna be insane.
yeah.
Deep as always. They have this one guy on the third line. I cannot pronounce his name. Not even gonna try. Never heard of him, but I'm sure he's good. And
Oh yeah, that I'll put the name on screen for everybody to see, but that's him. I'm not going to pronounce that.
that's him.
Um,
Defense, same deal. Very good.
yeah,
Goaltending. God forbid Ottinger gets even better. They're gonna be like like I said, they're Stanley Cup favorite.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to argue that. Like they, they're so good. They have like right now, Ben's injured, but that top six is insane. Yeah, we both have them making the playoffs.
There we go.
Yeah,
That brings us to Detroit. Do you want to start with them?
Detroit for me, it's a little. They're in a little bit the same boat as Buffalo for me, where it's like until they prove me otherwise, they're gonna be out of the playoffs for me until they prove me otherwise.
Yeah, same deal. Like there wasn't any actual improvement to their lineup. They're just more like what ifs. Casper,
Like,
Finney.
yeah, like this is first time I'm hearing about Finney. Like, I'm sure it's gonna be good in the future, but
Yeah, exactly. And he's on the first line for some reason.
yeah,
Then the Michael Brandsig Nygaard guy, which is good.
yeah,
He has a lot of NHL projectable
yeah,
skills. That's why he's already here.
yeah.
But improvement, I don't know.
When you're in a great position when Ben Sherratt is your first line left D.
Yeah, okay, yeah, thank you for reminding me actually. So they have like mid goaltending Talbot tandem if I've ever seen one with Cam Talbot, John Gibson. That's all we need to say about that
Yeah,
because it's mid. And then the decor, bench rot, top pairing, not a playoff team.
yeah. Like they have Mo Sire, they have Edmonton, Sandin Pega. Will be a good decor in the future, but
Mm, not right now though. And
like
like
I'm pretty
it
sure they
says
sent even like Justin Hall to the minors.
yeah, Hall's in the minors and Bernard Docker's in the minors and they have Hamonic up. And I think barring the CC Dumoulin pairing in LA, the Hamonic Johansson pairing has been one of the worst in the league so far. So
Yeah,
the decor is not it, and the goalies aren't good enough to support a young not it decor. So
yeah.
it's not happening for Detroit, in my
No,
opinion, and in yours too.
no,
That
it's
takes
not.
us to Edmonton. I love how the conversation just keeps going from like super negative to super positive. Tell me about Edmonton.
It's gonna be super positive. Like they have arguably the two best forwards in the league in Draisaitl and McDavid. Uh, you have also Frederick, who's on that top line as well for some reason. But you have Leon, you have Connor, you have Nugent Hopkins, you have a couple of rookies with Savoie, Tomaszek, and Isaac Howard. So yeah, this seems good.
Oh yeah, like what they needed was depth and depth on the cheap because of that Darnell Nurse contract. There's no
Yeah,
other bad contract or contract at all to blame for no cap space. The rest of them are good.
yeah,
So getting Savoie, very smart. Getting Howard, very smart.
yes. Well,
Podkolzin,
Savoie they got a couple years back, but yeah, this is the first time that he's actually making the team.
yeah, exactly.
Like I believe they got him in the Ryan McLeod trade. Like it
One for
was,
one,
yeah.
absolute trash. The decor is mid. Well, not mid. Well, yeah.
Well, right
Mid.
now, Wallman isn't in there, but
Oh,
that so pretty much. I don't think regular would be in the lineup. It'd be Wallman instead of him.
yeah.
So it'd be Ekholm, Bouchard. Granted, Wallman's more of a lefty, but so Nurse, Wallman, Kulak, Emberson.
Okay. And Noah Phillip, I had to Google David Tomasek just a few days ago because I'm like, who is this human being? He came out of absolutely nowhere. He came out of like
Yeah,
a tech league. But when Hyman's back and when Janmark's back, they fill the spot of Tomasek and Phillip, and that forward group becomes even better. They're
yeah.
making the playoffs. Cup pick, not mine, maybe yours. I don't know.
Not mine.
Okay, well, there you go.
No.
Uh, but
Like
yeah,
I think can they be the team coming out of the West again? Yes, but cup pick no.
yeah, exactly. Um, Neither for me because the Habs need to be the ones that get the cup back to Canada, but they're going to be insane this year. It's going to be a
I
lot of fun to
mean,
watch.
like the one negative I will say about this team, George Scarf.
Yeah. Well, they
That's
got
all I need to say.
Ingram though. That's the thing. I think Ingram's gonna help them out a lot more than
Like a
Skinner.
tandem of Skinner and Ingram. Like
Yeah,
that's
I think soon enough we're
yeah,
gonna be calling it the Ingram Stewart Skinner tandem. You
yeah,
know? Yeah.
yeah. That's like that that that's not good. That like
No,
even if Ingram does play well, like
it could be better.
yeah, it could be better.
Even though they made back-to-back finals with Skinner, it could be better.
Yeah, they made their despite
Yeah,
Skinner's best
exactly.
efforts. Like you want proof? Look at that goal they let in a couple of these go against Calgary.
Oh my God. Like what is he doing, man? I don't understand.
Like that collapse a couple of days ago against Calgary is a top five quote of mine of all time. I like using
Yeah,
you snatch defeat in the jaws of victory.
exactly. A good way of putting it.
Yeah.
The team that did the opposite of that the last 2 years in a row, the Panthers. They're really
So
injured, so I want to hear your
yeah.
opinion on the Panthers.
So until they prove me otherwise, I'm saying Florida's going to win the play and win the cup.
Oh
Be,
wow.
just simply because they've made it to three straight cup finals. They've won back-to-back cups. It's the same argument I used for Tampa a couple years back after they won their back-to-back cups. It's unless until you prove me otherwise, I'm not betting against you. Like, granted, I know Kachuk's injured until December or January. I know Barkov may not play until
The
at
playoffs.
earliest playoffs, but like they still have Marchand, they still have like their number one center got injured, so now their number one center is the player who won the Conn Smythe.
Okay, when you put
Mm,
it that way, because I was pretty low on them, but like the start of the season kind of helped me snap back to reality. And also, when you put it that way, well, you have Lundell coming up to
yeah,
like not coming up, but breaking out
yeah.
when they need him
Like
most.
granted, I may be biased because on one of my two fantasy teams, like I have Lundell, Bennett, and Reinhardt. So
Okay,
granted, I may be very biased towards Florida, but um, Reinhardt scored 50 goals a couple years back. You have Marchand, Verhaeghe, Bennett, Lundell, Maki Samoskevich,
yeah,
Evan Rodriguez. That's a good forward group. Then the decor is all locked up to 2095 or some shit. So
they're good. They're really good. They're it's hard to say they're elite without their elite stars, but they're gonna play like they're elite anyways.
yeah,
It pisses me off, but yeah, they're making the playoffs for sure. I don't think they got another cup in them because that's just a lot of miles on them.
yeah.
But you
Like
never know.
again, I see where you're coming from, but until they lose in the playoffs, I'm not betting against them.
No, I completely understand.
And
Uh,
on one small note before we move on,
yeah,
like their contract situation. Barkov, his contract expires at 2030. Kachuk 2030. Reinhardt 2032. Bennett 2033. Verhaeghe 2033. Marchand 2031. Lundell 2030. Jones 2030. Ekblad 2033. Forsing 2032. Nico Mikula 2034.
so they're just
They're
all here forever.
yeah, they're all here for another half decade to a decade.
That's insane. Wow. So they're oh man, so they're just not going away anytime soon.
No, they're not.
That is bad news. You know who I couldn't care less goes away or not because they are never a problem. At least not in the playoffs. That is LA. Um, they didn't get better and they didn't get worse, so they stayed the same as that
Yep,
tends to work. And
yep.
for they are losing in the first round. Doesn't even
Against
need to be to
Edmonton.
Edmonton.
Whether
It
it's
would
in like
probably be, but it doesn't need to be.
yeah.
This
Well,
team,
they have like Habs legend Joe Armia on the second line,
don't disrespect Joel.
and they have Habs legend Joe Edmondson on the second
You did
pairing.
disrespect Joel Edmonton.
They have Leafs legend Cody Ceci on their defense.
Yeah, the CC Dumoulin pair is the worst pairing in the league, and they have Edmondson as well.
Yeah, they have Mike Anderson. Like, I'm not disagreeing with you, but they also have Mike Anderson, Brent Clark, Drew Doughty. So half
Yeah,
their defense is good. The other half is guy.
yeah. They're very much a team. It's like it's I they might win the most team in the league. It's just a team, you know?
Yeah,
It's just they're there, they're gone. It's a,
like yeah, it's a team.
yeah.
Granted, it is Kopitar's farewell tour,
Oh, there you go.
so that's
That's the
one.
team of the year.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
couple of other good players, Fiala, Byfield, uh, Habs legend Phil Danault.
He is a Habs legend. Thank you.
Yeah.
All that said, they're making the playoffs in my books, but
Oh yeah, and also he's injured right now, but Habs legend Corey Perry.
that's such a random pickup. I think they grabbed him just so that they could make the Stanley Cup final for once, but
Yeah.
not happening.
That face that you made when I said Perry tells me everything.
Exactly. So playoffs, but very much
Playoffs, but
relevant.
one out team.
Exactly. Uh, team with a reputation of that maybe breaks it this year is the Minnesota Wild.
Minnesota Wild.
I'm gonna say
Yes.
Winnipeg Jets. I'm looking at the Minnesota Wild roster. It's a good roster. It's a good roster.
Yeah.
Kaprizov is
Kaprizov obviously just signed that deal a couple weeks back.
yeah, biggest contract in NHL history. So he's gonna play like he paid the biggest contract in NHL history. I love their decor though. Faber on the up, Brodin, great veteran. Spurgeon,
Yeah.
fantastic veteran. You have Boyum coming in. You have
Yeah.
Middleton, Bogosian, but you could always sub out one of those two, probably Bogosian, for Juracek, which it's not
Yep.
fair. They have Juracek too. Then
Yeah.
the Gustafson trade, the moment it happened, I was like,
Yeah. Gusum
"You're
for
dumb.
Cam Talbot.
You're dumb."
Like
And lo and behold, he's
yeah, like
good.
I know what I'm about to say isn't technically part of like a preview, but like, they also just signed Gusum to I think it's a 5-year contract. But
Who's
like
that?
they signed Gustafsson.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Gustas. But like in a vacuum, I like the deal, but they also have a small goalie prospect called Jesper Wallstedt.
exactly.
So I'm like, okay, so you just signed Gustafsson to 5 years. Wallstedt's going to be good,
Yeah.
but like you have Gustafsson for 6 years now. That's for me
Well,
a questionable deal.
I think the strategy is you keep Gustafson for 5, but
Yeah,
Wallstedt becomes the backup. Like this is not a perfect scenario. His trajectory would be backup this year, 1A, 1B type thing next year, signs a bridge deal,
right.
maybe 2-year bridge, hopefully. And then
Yeah,
in those 2 years, they are one of the best tandems in the league. And then Gustafson it gets traded and it becomes Wallstedt's net. They're set up, and they're
yeah.
so set up.
Like they're like one of the few teams where I'm like, okay, you're good now and you're good 5 years from now.
Yeah, they're going to be in the playoffs this season and for a while after.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
brings us
yeah,
to the Habs.
yeah. They're making playoffs. Yeah, so the
Yeah,
Habs.
yeah.
I'll let you start for the Habs.
Well, I'm really excited about the Habs. Do you want to talk about a team that's going to be good now and good in the future? They're all young, all still growing, so much potential. I like what they're doing with the lineup right now because you have that first line, one of the best in the league. Then
Yeah,
you have Newhook, Captain, and Demidov, who's like on any given game, they could be the second line, they could be the third line. Both those lines, second and third, are scoring lines. So you have
yeah,
Bodzuk, Doc, and Gallagher on the other one. It's really nice. You
yeah,
don't really need to worry about a second line center situation when you have
yeah,
Kirby Doc, who should be that, but on the nights he's not, you have Oliver Kapanen, who's like impressing and kind of growing into a really good two-way center,
yeah. Like
like the type of nights he could be.
like I know going into the season at least I had some concerns about Montreal's middle six because when you like I was putting it like this. In their middle six, you in theory have the most inconsistent goal scorer of all time with Patrick Laine.
Okay.
You have uh two rookies with Demnov and Kapanen. You have New Hook, who's a guy. like no offense to Newick, but like he's kind of like a
He's a good third liner, man.
yeah. You have Doc who can't stay healthy for more than 2 games,
Trying his best this year.
and then well I like Bolduc, but like it's like Bolduc's like the most like consistent guy in your middle six. Like for me, I had some concerns coming into the season, but I think they're still gonna be a very good team.
I think they're deep enough to repeat and make the playoffs again. I think Kapanen is so NHL ready in his two-way game, and he has finished, so I think he'll be fine. And
Yep.
Davidov is the clear consensus odds-on favorite to win the Calder. So those two don't concern me whatsoever. The fourth line is
But
kind of
it's
nasty.
still like a rookie hasn't played 82 games in the NHL yet. That
No,
would be my one thing.
yeah, but like the depth is very capable of covering for that. Line eight, Evans, Anderson, the fourth line is nuts. The
Yeah,
defense is as good as I've ever seen it. And the goaltending, I think I was saying this at work today, but I think right now, no, we'll say next year, definitely 2 years from now, Montebo's our worst goaltender because we have Dovish,
yeah,
who's already outplaying him, and
yeah,
Fowler, who has a higher ceiling and looked really good in the preseason, which I know means
yeah.
nothing, but also in the AHL. I really like the future and I like the present. I like them in the playoffs this year.
Like the defense again. I need to preface this by before talking about the defense.
Mhm.
I really like the defense,
Yeah,
but but they have Noah Dobson, who's a puck moving defenseman.
yeah,
They have Lane Hudson, who's supposed to be on the first power play, like Dobson.
which he is.
And yeah, well, both defensemen are supposed to be like on most teams would be on the number one power play, and both their games rely on being on the power play and being in the offensive zone.
Right.
So, and again, I really hope this doesn't come to pass, but it gives me slight Eric Carlson, Brent Burns, and San Jose vibes.
I understand that. However, I don't think Dobson's game relies solely on offense. Like he is a two-way defenseman at its more like his offense is better than his defense, but he plays that two-way D role. He's like a better Mike Matheson in a sense.
Yeah,
And like the season's already started. He's been exceptional already.
yeah,
I see it more as a balancing their workloads instead of taking away from one or the other. And it's working really
right,
well. It's the same thing with the power plays. Simple solution. You have two stacked power plays, split it. Done.
yeah,
And now their power play is insane. When they
yeah,
don't score, they at least keep possession the entire time. The one
yeah,
time they lose the puck, the second unit comes on, and then they go right back and start keeping possession all over again.
yeah,
It's a dream scenario for Habs fans. Do you have them in the
yeah.
playoffs or no?
Yes, I do. I
No way.
Oh, I mean, I'm making this up on the spot right now, but right
Okay,
now, yes, I do have them in the playoffs. Um, there's one last thing about Montreal.
sure.
They do realize that there's only one puck, right? There's not three at the same time on the ice.
Yeah, that's a good problem to have, though.
Sure, sure.
It's not a problem the Predators have.
Speaking of which,
The Predators are like, shit, there's still a puck? What? We can't do this? Because,
that
man, like the lineup, you look at the left side, Forsberg, Stamkos, Bunting, Smith, Moi. Right side, O'Reilly, Evangelista, Marchessault, Yost. It's okay, but I bet their centers make up for it.
Brady Martin is a guy. Fyodor Svechkov is a guy. Eric Hall is a guy. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Habs legend Michael McCarron is a guy.
Yeah. So, and then you go, okay, well, what's on their IR? Maybe they got some center there. They do not. They have a defenseman and two other guys who are young guys. They're potential guys. Same thing with
Hey, put some
Brady
respect on
Martin.
that on Nick Hague. He's a $5 million defenseman.
He's no Nick Hague. I like that. I really do like
Yes,
Nick Hague, but defense is not the problem.
yes,
Actually, it is. Adam Wilsby is not supposed to be there, but when Hague comes back,
yeah.
he'll be there. The
So
top four is nice, But then you got
Yeah,
Aaron and Stasny, eek, and then Saros, and then oh,
yeah.
this is like
Like
the
I like Saros a lot, but like if you have Annan as your backup, eh,
this has McKenna potential.
yep. Like I was saying this like at the beginning of last season, around was like I was telling you about this, where I'm like, okay, Philip Forsberg is a shoot first person.
Yeah,
Steven Stamkos is a shoot first person. Jonathan Marchessault, shoot first person. Besides Ryan or not Ryan or Ryan, Roman Yossi,
yeah,
who's their best playmaker?
exactly. You were so right about that team last year.
Yeah,
They like nobody could pass it. They'll just shoot it at each other until it pinballs into the net.
yes.
It's ridiculous. And you can't get Gavin McKenna if you make the playoffs, so
Mm.
that's
So
all
I
I'm
think
saying.
we both think they're out of the playoffs.
Yeah, big
Yeah,
time. Uh so far no real crazy hot takes. Maybe Montreal, but
yeah,
like I have the whole list here. I've got 16 teams in, 16 teams out. There's one surprise maybe, but other than Montreal, the Devils, I have them in right off the bat.
yeah,
Last year was a fluke. Their
yeah,
forward group is really good, really fast, not so young anymore.
yeah.
So it's a good mix of like
Well,
experience
their
and
defense
youthful.
is really young, but besides that,
Yeah, well, their defense.
there's Nemec, they have Luke Hughes, they have I believe they have one other guy.
Yeah, they have
Yeah, they
Brett
have
Pesce with
Casey.
Hughes,
Yeah,
Siegenthaler with Hamilton, good as well. Brendan Dillon with Nemeth. I like
yep.
that.
Then they have also Casey, who's injured. You have
But he's good.
yeah, you have Rontan Kovacevic, who's
He's
good.
also good.
Who's
He's
on
probably traded, but he's good.
yeah, yeah. Then yeah, forward group. Yes, you have Palat, Hughes, Bratt, Meyer, Hischer, Dawson Mercer.
Yeah.
Probably Dodonov is probably going to take
No,
Mercer's spot, maybe.
I don't think
Then,
so.
well, the thing is, Mercer isn't he a center naturally?
I think he was starting at center, and now they put him on the wing so that he can perform better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still, even if you put Dodonov on the third line, put down one of Brown or Grichuk. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I don't know.
I
I'll
don't
put
know
his
either.
name. I'll put his name on screen.
Yeah.
Down to the fourth line. Then that would mean one of McEwen or Carter aren't in the lineup.
I think
So
Cotter stays and then McEwen gets sent down for Nason.
yeah, probably.
Yeah. So,
Anyways, and then their goaltending tandem we kind of touched on earlier.
yeah,
Markstrom, Allen.
one
That's
of the best
good.
talents in the league.
Yeah,
That's a playoff team right there. That's a third place Metro team.
yeah. That's gonna be really good.
Yeah, I agree with you. What's the opposite of really good?
The New York Islanders.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Yes.
Because okay, honestly, like if the Predators had the Islanders center core, you have a good team. But you
Yeah.
don't have that. You have Bo Horvat, Matthew Barzell, Jean-Gabriel Pageau, Cizikas. That's in the middle. That's not bad.
But at the same time, if your first line winners are Declerc and Heineman,
Yeah.
granted, Habs legend Jonathan Drouin is injured, but
He's suspended actually.
or suspended, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, suspended.
Yeah.
Then you've that it's still Declerc, Horvat, Drouin.
Yeah.
That's not amazing.
They somehow like generated and 3D printed a couple EA Sports Russian players.
Yeah,
Maxime, Maxim,
Shaba,
I don't know how to say it
Sh
in French.
yeah, Shabanov, Maxim
Vanov,
Shabanov.
and then another Maxim because they couldn't find another name for
Yeah,
their generation.
Tsiplikov. Granted, Tsiplikov has been playing for a couple years now, so
Yeah, exactly. Like, not bad, but come on. Like, the
yeah.
forward group is very much lacking. The decor, they have the Pelech Polak thingy.
Great pairing.
Yeah,
Habzadjan, Alex Romanov, Matthew
half legend in the
Schaefer.
league with Tony DeAngelo because you need a Dobson replacement. Schaefer looks really good. Scott Mayfield's a good D man.
And they
Um,
have one of the best goalies in the league with Sorokin,
and then one of the worst.
with not so big save Dave.
I hate that his nickname's Big Save Dave just because freaking it sounds good, even though he is incapable of making a 20 save Dave night. He'll have like a big save 700 save percentage night. Like anyways, you know?
Anyways, they have a good future, not very good now.
Exactly.
Like
Uh
they're
team we were
and
saying that about when Jeff Gordon was still there. Who's that?
the other team in New York, the Rangers.
Yeah. Uh this is my hot take, so to speak, because the Capitals made the playoffs last year, like
Yep,
really easily, and they still
yep.
have the same roster, but I think they actually miss and the Rangers take their spot, not as number one, but just take their spot in the playoffs because it's the same lineup, well, first line as we've seen since Lafreniere was drafted, basically.
Yep. Yeah, you have Panarin, Zibanejad, Lafrenière,
Uh,
Cooley, Miller. Granted, Trocheck probably in the top six instead of Sherry.
yeah, exactly. And then
Uh,
Markkanen, Laba, Radish, that's a good third line, honestly.
yep.
I'm gonna mean fourth line, man.
I mean, any team with Rempe is going to be mean. So,
Yeah, but then Edstrom too is like taller than Refe or like an inch shorter.
yeah.
And then we're gonna
Then
have a Shesterkin redemption year on top of that.
and you have Gavrikov, Fox. Oh, you have Will Borgen on that team. You have Brendan Schneider.
Yeah.
I'm not in love with that left side of Gavrikov, Vakinin, Robertson, but still, that's still a solid decor.
I think they might add a guy.
Yeah, like I do see this team making the playoffs as well.
Yeah,
Whether they replace Washington or not, that will remain to be seen. But um, I have this team making the playoffs.
as do I. A team that made the playoffs last year for the first time in over half a decade, what was it 7 or 8 years? Was the
Yeah,
Senators.
since the 2017 run, I believe.
So 8 years.
Yeah,
Absolutely insane.
yeah,
Um, they've had a really good forward group for a few years in a row now. Your third line is Ridley Gregg, Shane Pinto, and Claude Giroux. That is gross. That is really
yeah.
nice.
You
Uh,
have Kachuk,
yeah.
Stutzler, Cousins. Granted, I'm
Perron,
yeah. So you have Batson, who's gonna replace probably Amadi on that second line,
even better.
or even if he replaces Zeren on the first line, Zeren goes instead of Amadio.
Exactly. Like Amadio replaces McDermott on the fourth line,
Yeah,
and then yeah, you just do whatever you want with that top six or top nine, honestly, because they're all
yeah,
kind of. I see a first line and then two second lines and a fourth line.
yeah.
That's
It's
really
insane.
good, and it's backed up by a good decor.
Yeah, I'm really high on Jake Sanderson.
Yeah,
Then you still have Shabbat, Zub, Jensen. That's a solid top four.
very good top four.
Yeah,
It's
very good
the
top four.
Sabrango, Monte Paulo. Like I honestly don't know enough about those two to say whether
Hey,
they're
that's
good or
Four
bad.
Nations legend Montemporo for you.
Oh, is that the dude?
Yes.
He made it over Ristolainen?
Instead of Henry Yokiario, I
Oh,
believe.
Henry Yokiharu. That's
Yeah.
freaking hilarious. Okay, so he's better than Yokiharu. He's a good defenseman.
And
And
then you have Olmark and Merlinen as your two goals.
love that. Love that
Yeah.
pairing for the
Yeah.
tandem. Very nice. Oh, and
I,
Tyler Cleven's going to be in there too. He's good for the
yeah.
D. Nice.
I,
Yeah,
I think
so go
I
for
think
it.
they're gonna make the playoffs.
So do I. I don't know where, and I'm glad we're not deciding where.
Yeah, me neither. Like I'm
3
so happy.
so.
Like yeah.
Yeah.
But again, I'm making this up on the spot, so I'm happy that we're not doing this on the like ranking them.
I've given it some thought just randomly, but as of like official picks, this is also my first like official
Yeah.
thing.
But you know
Uh,
who won't make the playoffs?
oh, I do. Tell me.
Philadelphia.
Damn right. Tell me why.
Well, let's start with that decor with Cedar, Zamula, Ginin, and Noah Juleson. That's
Oh my
four
God.
names.
And not even like Jamie Drysdale isn't all that either.
Yeah.
Poor
You
Sam.
have Sam Heim,
Poor guy.
who's really good. Granted, they do have Rich Ryan and Cam York on a
That does not make me feel
IR,
any better.
but that's a collection of men right there. And
AHL,
Sanheim
you want to be more
and
specific.
Travis Sanheim.
That's an AHL decor with a Sanheim special guest appearance.
Yes.
Wow.
Their forward group has some promise with Konechny, Michkov, Zegras, Tippett, Habsdesh, and Christian Dvorak. They have
Whoa.
Couture.
Whoa. You're throwing the legend word around little
Yes.
too loosely there.
They have Sean Couturier. And that's a top six for sure that could probably score goals.
I don't like
Yeah.
this at all.
Then you have Dan Vidor and Sam Urson as your goaltending tandem.
Oh, no. Really?
Yes.
Oh God, you don't even have an injured goalie. That's the tandem, man. Bottom of the
Yes.
division. I know we're not ranking things. It's the bottom of the barrel. And we're
Yeah.
about to go into Pittsburgh, and I'm saying that's the bottom of the barrel.
I mean, yeah, speaking of Pittsburgh, they have four guys playing for them and then a collection of men, with
The
all due
four guys would
respect.
be what? Crosby, Rust, Raquel,
Well,
Malkin,
yeah, for group, yeah, kind of.
right?
Then defense, you have the corpse of Chris Letang's, the even bigger corpse of Eric Carlson,
Oh, massive corpse.
and then a collection of four men.
Parker Wotherspoon, Ryan Shea, and Caleb Jones, and Harrison Brunicky, which like good for him. He's a rookie and whatever, but Jesus Christ. And it's
And
not like
then,
you have a defenseman coming to replace anybody. Like
and don't worry, it's all gonna be saved by their goalie. Oh wait, it's Tristan Jarr and Artur Shields.
Shilov's looked good.
Yeah, Shields looked good, but
Has room to grow.
yeah,
Oh, second to last. Pittsburgh and Philly are going to be fighting for that
yeah,
last spot, though. They both
yeah.
really want McKenna.
But like, we do have about 5.5 minutes left, so we should speed stuff along. Maybe. Well, we're near the
Yeah.
end, so
Yeah, we're close to the end. I would
yeah,
say we just talk about the relevant teams. Uh,
yeah.
so
San
I mean,
Jose won't make the playoffs.
very good young core won't make the playoffs. Seattle needs to pick a direction. They're the most random team in the league, and they're also not making the playoffs.
Yeah,
You agree with that?
yeah, they won't make the playoffs.
The
St.
Blues,
Louis, I mean, they will make the playoffs.
I agree.
Like even like okay, one shut down the first line of Buchnevich, Thomas, and Jake Neighbors. They
Yeah.
still have Holloway, Shen, Kairos second line, and like Snuggerud, that he's gonna be a player. Hugh Suter, that's a good player.
Oh yeah.
Then their decor, you have Fowler, Pareko, Broberg, Falk, Tucker, and ex-Habs player Logan Mayu.
Yeah, we won that trade already. The Blues are definitely making the playoffs in my books as well, and I think their biggest factor in that is their coach more than any other team. Like
Yeah,
Montgomery,
like they were
fantastic.
they kind of had a were a team last year, and then they got Monty. So
Exactly. The Lightning, I have them in the playoffs as well. They're
yep.
a shell of that cup run still.
Oh yeah, yeah. Those like 3 years, 2020,
Yeah,
21, and 22.
like they have good pieces still. They're kind of in the getting the band back together phase with like Yanni Gord, Ryan
Ryan
McDonough.
McDonough. They trade out Sergachev. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah. Like
But
it's a good team. That will always be a good team as long as there's those key pieces like
yeah,
Hedman, Vasilevsky, Kucherov, Hagel's a new one, Gensel's a good one,
like like
Point.
for me, Tampa over the past couple of years is reminding me of Pittsburgh post 2017,
Yeah,
kind of.
exactly. They might go
Yeah,
a bit further than Pittsburgh, but
yeah.
like the Cup's years are done unless they really do something else to
Yeah,
rejuvenate the group.
yeah,
Um, I think we're gonna skip the Leafs because I feel like out of the rest of the teams, that might be
yeah.
the team to spend the most
So
amount
yeah,
of
let's
time on.
skip the Leafs. We have 3 minutes left, so
Okay, the Mammoth are
Mammoth is borderline for me, but I think they're borderline out.
exactly. I think they're stuck in that spot there.
Yeah,
The Canucks, same deal.
yeah. They may be borderline in, but
Uh,
yeah,
I have
I
them
don't know.
borderline out, and I feel like they're three-fourths of the way out of a rebuild, and they've been that way even though they made that the playoffs the one time. They've been three-quarters out of a rebuild the entire time.
Yep.
They're still stuck there. The Knights, my second
The
favorite cup pick. Like I have the Avalanche winning the cup, but the Knights
yeah,
are nasty work as well, super deep.
yeah,
The Capitals, like I said,
yeah.
I have them missing.
Yeah,
Uh,
I've Capitals in.
okay,
Um, again, so right now I have 9 teams in the East making it. So I mean, we'll figure it out eventually somehow.
yeah,
Um, then Winnipeg, they're making the playoffs. Do I trust Tays as second line center? N-
no,
Borderline,
I don't.
no.
No,
He's been out of the league for too long.
exactly. And then that leaves us with the Leafs. And how much time left?
At least with a minute 50 left.
Okay, so spend 50 seconds on the Leafs, cut me off or cut yourself off once we're past that.
Yeah,
I do think the Leafs make the playoffs, but Marner was way more important to them than I think people understand. And I think it's going to affect the entire team, offense and defense.
right.
Uh, don't really care what minor pieces they added to replace him. He is too good to be replaceable, and it's going to show in their regular season and their playoffs.
I mean, I agree with you. At the same time, now they have a, in theory, a more complete team instead of just four forwards and what's that? 8 other forwards with that team.
I'm
Again,
inclined to agree.
yeah. Okay, so we have about 62 seconds left.
Awesome. Great timing. This
Yes,
was wonderful.
yes,
We're gonna do it again. We're gonna talk about actual games.
yes. We'll
Um,
do it when sometime in the future. We don't know when,
exactly.
but sometime.
As soon as we can, we'll go for
Yes,
that. So
yes.
we will see you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.